Hare Krishna. So we can begin now. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Nitinamane. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Hare Krishna, Prabhus and Matajis, welcome to our weekly discussion of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So, and Hare Krishna, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, how are you? Been some time?
Okay, Babu. I had a few hospital appointments to keep. Babu.
Yes, no problem, Prabhu. Yes, and
Guru Maharaj also had come down.
right. So, you are quite busy, huh?
Yeah, Babu.
Can. So, Arasi Mataji is here and Arvind Saravana Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu, are you first time?
Hi Prabhu, I am first time joining this class and I'm from UKM, Harshvaran Junior.
Oh, okay. Have we ever met in the
Yeah,
Arvind? Right.
yes,
நம்ம
yes
அன்னைக்கு
Prabhu.
பார்த்தோம்ல, அந்த
ஆமா பிரபு, அன்னைக்கு நம்ம இங்க ஒரு மீட்டிங் செஞ்சோம், அப்ப நம்ம டிஸ்கஷன் பண்ணோம் பிரபு.
nice Prabhu, nice to meet you again. So, அடுத்த discussion எப்போ Prabhu?
ஹாஸ்வரன் என்ன சொன்னாரு, கம்மிங் ஏப்ரல் வந்துட்டு நம்ம ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ் ஒரு டிஸ்கஷன் செய்யலான்னு. ஸோ அது ஓகே தான் பிரபு.
Plan Prabhu, please plan Prabhu, huh? So
ஆ
that you can come again like last time.
ஓகே, கண்டிப்பா பிரபு.
Yes. Okay, thank you for joining. So now we'll be discussing Bhagavad Gita. So let's.
Prabhu, the light is falling on your face. Can't see your face, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. I will sweat. So just a small light can obstruct my face. So think about Krishna. He's full of effulgence, Brahma Jyoti. So so if you want to see Krishna, then the Brahma Jyoti have to also have to be open. So that is why the Mayavadis, they cannot see Krishna, Prabhu, you see.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Because full of light, they think that, okay, that light is God.
Yeah, Prabhu.
So, same situation here, you see.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
face also, Brahma Jyoti is like coming like that. Okay, wait, give me a minute. Still Brahma Jyoti is here. Maybe I'll change position a bit. Okay, I think now is better. Is it good? So, Arsi Mataji, enna shloka Mataji? Where did we stop?
Today 15, sir.
Okay. Let me share my screen. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, and we are on chapter 15.
Chapter 14, Sloka 15.
Yes, chapter 14. Thank you. The three modes of material nature and shloka 15. So very interesting. So we have already half through of chapter 14. Okay, let's see. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate तथा प्रलीनस्तमसि मूढयोनिषु जायते रजसि प्रलयं गत्वा कर्मसङ्गीषु जायते तथा प्रलीनस्तमसि मूढयोनिषु जायते. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate तथा प्रलीनस्तमसि मूढयोनिषु जायते. Prabhus, anyone?
Can I try, Prabhu?
Yes, please try, Prabhu.
Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangesu jayade tada pralinas tamas mudda yonesu jayade. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Prabhu. So next. Anyone else? Harishman, Prabhu? Yes.
रजसि प्रलयं गत्वा कर्मसङ्गीषु जायते तथा प्रलीनस्तमसि बुद्धयोनिषु जायते.
Thank you. Why? Anyone else? So, Ledgesh Prabhu is here. Ledgesh Prabhu, how are you?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, yes. Welcome back. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? ரொம்ப நாள் வச்சு பார்த்து.
Sorry, Prabhu. My phone just got repair.
Yes, got repaired la. Okay, okay, Prabhu. Good to see you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Very good. So
So I
Arvind,
can-
Arvind Prabhu, you like to try? You can just try for me. Don't worry.
Rajasi
Okay.
pralayam
Prabhu's
gatva
fine. Yeah, can.
karma sangisu jayate tatta pralinasatamasi mudyayasinu jayate.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay.
Arvind Prabhu, நீங்க try பண்ணலாம் Prabhu. Don't worry. Just try. இருக்காரா அரவிந்த்?
இருக்கேன் பிரபு, பட் எனக்கு அந்த லைன் கரெக்டா தெரியல பிரபு.
No worries. Together chant பண்ணலாம். Follow பண்ணுங்க. Rajasi பிரளயம் கத்வா Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate karma sangishu jayate tata pralinas tamasi tata pralinas tamasi mooda yonishu jayate mooda yonishu jayate. Very nice, Prabhu. Perfect.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. So, Mataji.
Can I try?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangisu jayante prata pralinastamase muda yonishu jayante. Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Nice. So, just some minor correction. You see, when we pronounce this, it is actually pralayam, not pralayam. There's a difference, subtle difference is there. So, pralayam and pralayam. Usually, நம்ம சாதாரணமாக படிக்கும்போது நம்ம என்ன படிப்போம்? பிராலயம் படிக்கலாம். ஸோ அது உண்மையான ப்ரொனன்சியேஷன் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா pralayam. Right? So everyone can take note. You can repeat again, Mataji, this one. Pralayam. Yeah, because the A is short.
Okay.
So
Okay,
in
sir.
Sanskrit, you must see the markings. So நீங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா Rajasi, not Rajasi. Many people will say Rajasi. It is short A. So Rajasi Pralayam Gatva. The va இழுக்கணும். A மேல ஸ்கோப் இருக்கு பாருங்க, the line. So it is called Gatva. So Rajasi Pralayam Gatva. ஓகேங்களா? So that is how we can improve our pronunciation. So you are reading very good. Just whenever there is something like this vowels, you must know when to shorten it and when to elongate it.
Okay, sir.
So எப்ப இழுக்கணும், எப்ப ஷார்ட் பண்ணணும்ன்றது வந்து நம்ம பார்த்துக்கலாம். Like this one, can you pronounce this?
Prata.
Tatha.
Prata.
Ti. Correct or
Mm.
not?
Prata.
So it is Tatha.
Prata.
Tatha.
Prata.
Not Pratap. Tatha.
Tata.
Yes, correct. Tatha.
Tata.
Tatha pralinastamasi. Right? So like that. This is Mooda. So we will look into the word to word meaning. So Rajasi means impatient. Okay, so what is the meaning? Passin. What is the meaning patient?
Desire.
Yes, patient means passionate, full of desire, material desire. So this is called Rajasi. Pralayam, dissolution. What is the meaning pralaya? Pralaya means annihilation, destruction, dissolution. சரிங்களா? ஸோ அழியிறது. This is called dissolution. Next, gatva. Gatva means attaining. Karma sangishu. In the association of those engaged in fruitive activity. So what is the meaning? Karma sangishu. Sangha means association. Sangha means what? Association. Just like we have Vaishnava Sangha, Vaishnavi Sangha. Yes or not, Harishan Prabhu? We have all this group, right? Vaishnava Sangha, Vaishnavi Sangha. So Sangha means association. So we have what in university என்ன இருக்கு? Persatuan Plaja association, student association இருக்குங்களா? It's called Sangha. It's Sanskrit word Sangha.
Hindu
So
Sangam Prabhu.
yes. So all this Sangha, it's association. Right? So what association? Karma Sangishu. So karma in Sanskrit நிறைய மீனிங் இருக்கு. ஸோ இந்த கான்டெக்ட்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா karma means people who are doing activity. What activity? Prabhupada is using the word here, engaged in fruitive activities. So what is the meaning fruitive activities? Arasi Mataji.
Material activities.
Yeah, why it is called fruitive? Any idea not? Why it is called fruitive?
Fruities because it's fruit. Fruities means something like we will get it.
So Arishwan Prabhu, what do you think? What do you understand by fruitive?
Fruitive activity, in my understanding, when a person commits or does an act, they are expecting a result or attached to the result. So when they act in such way, expecting certain result or attached to it, they are engaging in fruitive activities. That's my understanding.
So basically fruitive activity na பலன். அதான் நம்ம தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவோம்ல பலன் எதிர்பார்க்கிறது. பலன். அதான் பழம். பலன்ன்ற வார்த்தை எங்க இருந்து வருது? பழம். பழம்ன்ற வார்த்தை எங்க இருந்து வருது? அதான் சம்ஸ்கிருதம். பழம், பலா. ஸோ கர்ம சங்கீஷு அப்படின்னா நம்ம எது செயல்படுத்துறோம்ல, நம்ம வாழ்க்கையை தினமும் செயல்படுத்துறோம்ல, தினமும் என்ன பண்ணுறோம்? காலையில் எந்திரிக்கிறோம், யூனிவர்சிட்டி போகிறோம், கிளாஸஸ் போகிறோம், வேலைக்கு போகிறோம், சாப்பிட்றோம். இதெல்லாம் நம்மளுடைய செயல்கள். இதுதான் கர்ம. ஆனால் நம்ம எதுக்காக இதெல்லாம் செய்கிறோம்? அப்படின்னு நம்ம பார்க்கும்போது நம்மளோடைய உடலுக்காக, நம்மளுடைய சொந்த பெனிஃபிட்ஸ்க்காக, நம்ம தானே நம்மளுடைய சொந்த உடல் புலன்களுடைய நன்மைக்காக செய்கிறோம். ஸோ அதனால அது எந்த கேட்டகரியில் வருதுன்னா ஃப்ரூட்டிவ் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஏதோ ஒரு பெனிஃபிட்டுக்காக நம்ம செய்கிறோம். அதுவும் என்ன மாதிரி பெனிஃபிட்னா நம்ம உடலுக்கு அது ஏதோ கொடுக்குது. இப்போ நான் இவ்வளோ சம்பாதிக்கணும்னா நான் சம்பாரித்து நல்ல ஒரு கார் வாங்கி அதில் நல்லா நான் ட்ரைவ் பண்ண எனக்கு கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருக்கும் உடல் சென்ஸ். இப்போ நல்லா நான் சாப்பிட்டா எனக்கு நல்லா இருக்கும் ஒரு இதான் இந்த மாதிரி. இதுக்கு தான் பேர் ஃப்ரூட்டிவ். அப்படின்னா நம்ம கஷ்டப்படுறது, உழைக்கிறது, ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கிங் பண்ணுறது எல்லாமே யாரை சந்தோஷப்படுத்துறதுக்கு? நம்மளுடைய உடல் புலன்களை சந்தோஷப்படுத்தி நம்ம அப்படியே சந்தோஷமா இருக்கிறது. இதுதான் வந்து இந்த ஃப்ரூட்டிவ் ஆக்டிவிட்டின்றது சாஸ்திரம் ஒரு டேர்ம் சொல்லுது, பிரபுபாட் சொல்றாரு. ஸோ பேசிக்கலி சென்ஸ் கிராட்டிஃபிகேஷன் for our own personal sense benefit, sense gratification. Is that clear, Prabhu? Correct, right? You are getting the point. ஸோ அதனால தான் பழம் அப்படின்னா பழம், அதில் வந்து ஒரு 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 பழம் கிடைக்கிது நம்மளுக்கு, ஒரு சென்ஸ், ஒரு கிராட்டிஃபிகேஷன், ஒரு புலன்களை வந்து இன்பமாகுது. ஸோ இதுதான் வந்து ஃப்ரூட்டிவ் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஸோ அதனால தான் இப்போ எல்லாம் காலேஜுக்கு போகிறீங்க. இப்போ நம்மளாம் நான் காலேஜுக்கு போகிறோம். யூ டெல் மீ பிரபு, why you're studying so hard? Because you can what? You can work. இப்போ உங்களுக்கு வேலை நான் கொடுக்க மாட்டேன், வேலை இல்லைனா நீங்கள் படிப்பீங்களா? வெரி ஈஸி கொஸ்டின், ரைட்? அப்போனா நம்ம எதுக்காக படிக்கிறோம் பாருங்களேன். அந்த படிக்கிறதே வந்து நான் கற்றுக்கணும், எனக்கு நாலேஜ் வரணும் அப்படின்றது வந்து நம்மளுடைய நோக்கமே கிடையாது. எதுக்காக படிக்கிறோம்? எனக்கு படித்தா என்ன கிடைக்கும்? இந்த புத்தி பார்த்தீங்களா? எனக்கு படித்தா என்ன கிடைக்கும், என்ன ஆகுவேன், இதை படித்து எனக்கு எவ்வளோ சம்பளம் வந்தால் தான் நான் படிப்பேன், இல்லைன்னா இந்த படிப்பு எனக்கு தேவையில்லை. ஏசணும் அப்படி தான் யோசிக்கிறாங்க. யாராச்சும் வந்து சரி நான் வந்து சரி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு வந்து யூனிவர்சிட்டி படிக்க வராங்களா? ஒரு பிளான் போட்டுடுறாங்க. நான் படித்தேன்னா, நான் டாக்டர் ஆகணும்னா எனக்கு வந்து காசு இவ்வளோ கிடைக்க போகுது, அந்த ஒரு பழத்தை வச்சுக்கிட்டு தான் இவ்வளோ தூரம் ரன் பண்ணுறாங்க. மேபி இருக்கலாம் சில பேர் உண்மையிலேயே எனக்கு வந்து படிக்க நாலேஜ் தான் வந்து படிக்கலாம். ஸோ ஜெனரலி அதுதான் சொல்கிறேன். ஸோ எல்லாமே நம்ம என்ன செய்கிறோம், ஒரு பலனுக்காக செய்கிறோம். பலன்னு சொல்லும் போது நம்மளுடைய சொந்த ஒரு பௌதிக திருப்திக்காக, மெட்டீரியல் டிசைர் டு மெயின்டைன் அவர் பாடி. இந்த உடலை வந்து தக்க வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு, உடலை பார்க்கறதுக்கு நம்ம இதெல்லாம் செய்கிறோம். இல்லைன்னா யாரும் படிக்க வர மாட்டாங்களே. குறைக்கணும். இப்போ எனக்கு நிறையா காசு இருக்குது, நான் ரொம்ப பணக்காரங்க அப்படின்னா அப்போ படிப்பு தேவையில்லை பாருங்களேன். நிறைய பேர் வந்து படிக்காமே பிஸ்னஸ் செய்கிறாங்க, நல்லா காசு வச்சுருக்காங்க. அப்போ அவங்க படிப்பு வந்து நோ இஷ்யூஸ். ஸோ அவங்க படிப்புன்றது எப்படி பார்க்குறாங்கன்னா, ஒரு சம்பாதிக்கிறது இல்லை ஒரு சென்ஸ் கிராட்டிஃபிகேஷனை தான் பார்க்குறாங்க. அதுவுமே குறைக்கணும். ஸோ அப்போ பகவான் என்ன சொல்கிறாரு, ஃப்ரூட்டிவ் ஆக்டிவிட்டி, anything you're doing for your senses, yourself, your body, anything not spiritual, it is fruitive activity. So jayate means take birth, tata similarly pralina, being dissolved, tamasi ignorance, tamasina tamasam, tamona tamo gunam, tamona ignorance. Ignorance na enadhu? What is the meaning of ignorance, Parisharam Prabhu?
Meaning of ignorance, literally meaning கேக்குறீங்களா?
லிட்டரலி இக்னரன்ஸ்னா என்ன? இப்போ அரவிந்த் கேட்குறாரு, என்னடா இது இக்னரனு எனக்கு புரியல அப்படின்னா என்ன சொல்லுவீங்க?
Ignorant means you are staying away from knowledge. I mean, like you're in darkness, no light. So the light is knowledge, so you are away from knowledge.
இக்னரன்ஸ்னா அறியாமையில் இருக்கிறது. கரெக்ட். தட் மீன்ஸ் யூ போடோலாம், போடோ சிம்பிளாக சொல்லணும்னா போடோ சொல்லலாமா? போடோ. அதான் கிருஷ்ணா அடுத்து சொல்கிறாரு, மூட யோனிசுன்றாரு. பிரலீன தமசி மூட யோனிசு ஜாயத்தேன்றாரு. மூட யோனிசுன்னா என்னது? மூடா தமசி, மூடானா முட்டாள். ஒரு மீனிங் இருக்கு, மூடானா முட்டாள் போடோ. இல்லைனா கடவுளை புரிஞ்சிக்க முடியாமல் இருக்காங்க பார்த்தீங்களா? இந்த மனித உடல் கிடைச்சோம், இந்த மனித உடலை வச்சுக்கிட்டு நான் கடவுளை தேடணும், உண்மை எதுன்னு தேடணும், வாழ்க்கையுடைய குறிக்கோள் எதுன்னு தேடணும் அப்படின்னு இல்லாமல் எனக்கு எல்லாமே தெரியும்ப்பா, இதெல்லாம் என்ன நான் பார்த்துட்டேன், எனக்கு ஒரு ஆசைகள் இருக்குது, அதை நான் செய்ய போகிறேன்னு சொல்லி இந்த மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க பாருங்களேன். தட் இஸ் த மீனிங் ஆஃப் மூடா. அதனால தான் பிரபுபாட் என்ன டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் கொடுக்குறாரு? What is the translation here? Animal species. ஏன் மூடா யோனி சொல்றது அனிமல் ஸ்பீஷீஸ்ன்றாரு. ஏன்னா அனிமல் மட்டும் தான் கடவுளை கேட்க முடியாது. நான் யாரு, கடவுள் யாரு, நம்ம ஏன் பிறந்திருக்கோம், நம்ம ஏன் கஷ்டப்படுறோம், இறந்தோன்னே என்ன ஆகும், அடுத்த பிறவி இருக்கா இல்லையா, என்னதான் நம்ம பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம் வாழ்க்கையில், என்ன சாப்பிடணும், என்ன சாப்பிடக்கூடாது, என்ன செய்யணும், என்ன செய்யக்கூடாது, எது உண்மை, எது பொய், இதெல்லாம் யோசிக்கிறவன் தான் இந்த மனித உடலில் செய்ய முடியும். மனிதர் தானே பண்ண முடியும். இப்போ யார் மனித உடலை வச்சுக்கிட்டு அவன் யோசிக்கலையோ அவன் மூடானா அனிமல் தான். இஸ் குட் அஸ் அனிமல், முட்டாள் அப்படின்னு சாஸ்திரம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஹெவியாக சொல்லுது. ஸோ சாஸ்திரா இஸ் நாட் ஃபார் த வீக் ஹார்ட்டட் பீப்புள். ஸோ யார் வந்து உண்மையிலே சின்சியராக லுக்கிங் ஃபார் த ட்ரூத், ஸோ சாஸ்திரா வில் கைட் தெம், கிருஷ்ணா வில் கைட். But if you are looking for some pleasing, sweet, so-called motivational words, so-called superficial understanding, superficial sweet things, just to make you happy, then it is not here. Okay, this is only for the fact, truth. So Krishna is telling here, Moda Yonisu Jayate, takes birth. So, அப்போ translation என்ன பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, when one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities. And when one dies in the mood of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom. Fantastic. என்ன புரியுது இப்போ? அரிசி மாதாஜி சொல்லுங்க பார்ப்போம். இப்போ இந்த டிரான்ஸ்லேஷனில் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு என்ன புரியுது?
நம்ம வந்து பேஷன்ல இறந்து போனாக்க நம்ம அடுத்த பிறவியும் we will take a birth in the அதே material இதுல. And when we die on ignorance, definitely we will go to the animal kingdom. Don't know God at all.
So die in the mode of passion. Now any example you can சொல்ல முடியுமா மாதாஜி? எப்படி சொல்றீங்க இப்போ mode of passion எந்த மாதிரி?
Actually like material, they like material things. பணக்காரங்களா இருக்கணும், காடி வாங்கணுமா, வீடு வாங்கணுமா, இல்லை.
ஆனால் அதெல்லாம் நல்ல விஷயம் தானே. ஒரு வீடு, இப்போ நான் கூட தான் ஒரு வீட்டில் இருக்கேன், தினமும் காடிக்கு வேலைக்கு போகிறேன், நீங்கள் கூட காடி வச்சுருக்கீங்க. ஸோ காடி இல்லாமல் நம்ம வேலைக்கு போக முடியாது, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போக முடியாது. ஸோ அப்போ காடின்றது ஒரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் தானே.
ஆனால் கடவுளோட இதை வேணும்ல.
ஸோ அப்போ எப்படி அது? அப்போ காடி வாங்கலாமா வாங்கக்கூடாதா?
வாங்கலாம், பட் வாங்கலாம். அது வந்து டெம்பிள் பயன்படுத்துற மாரி அந்த மாரி சேவையும் செய்யணும்.
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ மாதாஜி. யா, ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் வாண்ட் டு நோ யுவர் ரியலைசேஷன். ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். நம்ம என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுறோமோ அது அப்ளிகேஷன் இருக்கணும், அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் இருக்கணும். தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் யோர் இன்புட் மாதாஜி. ஹரீஸ்வரன் பிரபு சொல்லுங்கள் பிரபு, என்ன மாதிரி இங்கே பகவான் இப்போ என்ன சொல்ல வராரு?
From my understanding, Prabhu, here mode of passion solrappa takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities. And solrappa, I understand that he will take a human form again, but he will be born among those who are so-called enjoying life. Like for example, நம்ம footballers எடுத்துப்போமே, like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi and the மாதிரி people எல்லாம், like they are going after this kind of material success, scoring this much of goals, accumulating this much of wealth. So அவங்க ரொம்ப materially oriented achievements focus பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி பர்த் எடுப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு சொல்றாங்க in mode of passion. And mode of ignoranceல வந்துட்டு சாவரப்ப they will go down the evolution cycle where they will be born as any animals, where they will not be able to realize God. Yeah.
Ignorance means how? How to die in the mode of ignorance? Can you give me an example? How to die in the mode of ignorance?
A mode of ignorance, simply, I would say they are not misusing, they are not utilizing the human body properly. Means even being in a human body, they are living like an animal, like sleeping. For example, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it was mentioned, like, they like to voraciously eat meat. And that's the only purpose they have in their life. So they would be born as a tiger or something like that. Or they just like to sleep. Maybe they will be born as a polar bear or maybe a cat. You never know. So they don't know how to utilize the human form, and they live like an animal even when they are in a human body.
Thank you, Prabhu. So when one dies in the mode of patient, so when we see the mode of patient means when we don't realize Krishna. Okay, so mode of patient means when we don't realize Krishna and we are simply running after sense enjoyment, right? So that is our priority. So it's all about priority. So what is our priority? It's about dharma, artha, kama. What we want is wealth. What we want is wealth, woman, to fulfill our desire. Right. Besides that, we don't want anything else. So anything which is favorable and supporting this, whatever I'm going to do, artha and kama, my whatever is going to fulfill my desire, I will follow that pathway. So that is the understanding, mode of patient. So they don't interested in godly activity, spiritual activity. I'm not interested. ஐ எம் நாட் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டட். எனக்கு என்ன வேணும், எனக்கு காசு எப்படி சம்பாதிக்கணும், அது மட்டும்தான் என்னோட குறிக்கோள். இப்போ காசு முக்கியம் இல்லை நான் சொல்லலை, நல்லா பார்த்துக்கோங்க. காசு இல்லைன்னா இஃப் நோ மணி, இஃப் நோ கேஷ், தென் வி cannot live, we cannot maintain our body, right? So what is important here? Important here is what is our priority and how we are utilizing all our material wealth. How we are utilizing it, that is a real question. So if you are utilizing it for progress in spiritual activity, then it is not patient, it is already under the mode of pure goodness, devotional service. So it's all about how you are channeling your desire, how you are channeling your wealth, whatever you have, in the service of Krishna. So this is the point. You can be the most richest person, you can be the most poorest person. So whatever you are, so when you are channeling everything in Krishna conscious, then that is a proper attitude. So when I say mode of patient, that means they are not interested in spiritual activity. What do you want? Money. How to make money? That is the only business they are thinking 24 hours, isn't it? So this is like, Prabhupada said, if you are like that, then you will take a bird among those engaged in fruitive activity. You will going to be punarapim jananam, punarapim maranam. Jananam, maranam. Take birth and die. And again take birth and die. So according to Padma Purana, there are 400,000 species of, there are total of 8.4 million living entities. 8.4 million living entities, and among them 400,000 are the human species, where we can have the body to understand God. But among that body, there are different higher consciousness, lower consciousness, So you can take even among the people who are engaged in fruitive activity, who are only running after material wealth. So you keep cycling like that, right? And when one dies in the mode of ignorance, so he takes birth in the animal kingdom. So there's nothing much different between patient and ignorance. It's just like one step away. So even if you are in mode of patient, you might also become a dog, a cat also. That is also possible. And don't think that patient means you will get a human body. No. So in the mode of ignorance, the verse ignorance means they are not interested at all in spiritual activity, in maintaining their body, even to work materially also they are not interested. So it is already a very low level of consciousness. So and definitely they will take birth among the animal kingdom. So that is why in Shiva Purana, I always recite this, right? Shiva Purana, there is a verse where we will recite during the funeral, right? What is the verse? Anyone know?
கல்லாகி புழுவாகி
Yes.
மரமாகி
Yes. So in the மாதிரி it will become kallagi, puluvagi, maramagi, pambagi. It will continue. Right. So that is why Krishna is warning us. So don't think patient means you cannot become animal, huh? Because patient means also you don't know about spiritual activity. So you will also become animal. Okay, you also become animal. Definitely. Among those engaged, because even animals are also that they are working for the fruitive activity. A dog, a cat, they are also going around to food, sleeping, eating, mating, defending. Fruitive activity only. So that definitely you can become an animal, or you can become a lower class of human being. But in ignorance, definitely is going to become more worst, more lower animals. So this is what Krishna is telling you. So please read the purport, Prabhu. Harishman Prabhu, yeah, you can read.
Some people have the impression that when the soul reaches the platform of human life, it never goes down again. This is incorrect. According to this verse, if one develops the mode of ignorance after his death, he is degraded to an animal form of life. From there, one has to again elevate himself by an evolutionary process to come again to the human form of life. Therefore, those who are actually serious about human life should take to the mode of goodness and in good association transcend the modes and become situated in Krishna consciousness. This is the aim of human life. Otherwise, there is no guarantee that the human being will again attain to the human status.
Yes, so very important. So they are also understanding. So some of these people, some group of people, they have the understanding that when the Atma reach the platform of human life, it can never go down again. So that is incorrect. So okay, let us come to the understanding of rebirth, reincarnation. Okay, that's our topic now, right? So what do you think, Mataji? Is there a rebirth?
Yes, sir.
What makes you to think so?
Due to our karma, we will take a rebirth again and again.
How do you know that?
It's stated in the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. Stated in Bhagavad Gita.
Krishna has said,
Okay, that is great. So Krishna have said we have taking it as the fact. So any other way that you want to convince me? Because I am not a very convincible person through Bhagavad Gita, because I don't have, let's say, we don't have a proper faith on Bhagavad Gita. I'm not really, I can read Bhagavad Gita, but I don't have 100% faith. So how do you convince me? Can you have evidence? Because Krishna is telling that. But there are people who are telling, I don't believe in all these things. I mean, it is very funny, that you're telling, now I am a human, next life I can become a dog. I mean, it's very quite funny, right? How is that? Everything is gone. You are dead and gone. What is that? You become dog. So how to explain this? How to understand this? Any other thing you want to tell me?
I
I
don't
mean,
know how to explain, sir.
ஆளுங்க கேட்குறாங்க you're a student of Bhagavad Gita, right? So அப்போ ஆளுங்க கேட்குறாங்க மாதாஜி how you know it is rebirth lah?
கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கிறோம்.
கேள்விப்பட்டா நம்பிடுவீங்களா? எது கேள்விப்பட்டாலும் நம்புறீங்க? எப்படி? ஸோ ஏன்னா சில சில டீச்சிங்கில் வந்து ரீபர்த்ன்றது கிடையாது.
But Hinduismல இருக்குதானே சார்?
இந்துவிசம் இருக்கு, ஆனால் மற்ற மதத்தில் இல்லையா? சனாதன தர்மத்தில் இருக்கு, ஆனால் இப்போ நான் சனாதன தர்மத்தை ஃபாலோ பண்ணலை, அப்போ நான் ரீபர்த் நம்ப வேணாமா? இல்லைன்னு தான் நான் நினைப்பேன். ஆனால் இப்போ எது உண்மை?
இண்டிசம் தான் உண்மை.
இந்துசம் நீங்க சொல்லிக்கிறீங்க இந்துசம் தான் உண்மைன்னு. நான் சொல்லுவேன் என்னுடைய நம்பிக்கை தான் உண்மை. ஏன்னா எங்களுடைய நம்பிக்கைப்படி ரீபத்லாம் கிடையாது. நாங்கள் கடைசி வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ணுவோம். செத்து போயிட்டோன்னே நான் கடைசி வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ணுவேன். ஒரு நாள் வரும். அந்த நாளில் வந்து தீர்ப்பு வரும். தீர்ப்பு நாள். ஸோ தீர்ப்பு நாளில் வந்து நம்ம பாவம் புண்ணியம்படி அந்த கடவுள் தீர்ப்பு கொடுப்பாரு. அவ்வளோதான். அதில் என்ன இருக்குது விபத்து அது இதுன்னு. ஸோ அப்படியே நிறைய பேர் நம்புகிறாங்களா? குறைக்கணும் இருக்காங்களா அந்த மாதிரி?
இருக்கிறாங்க.
இருக்காங்க. அப்புறம் இன்னொரு பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க அந்த மாதிரி ரீபத்தே இல்லை, கடவுளே இல்லைப்பா,
Yes.
நம்ம தான் இந்த உடலை வாழ்வோம், சந்தோஷமா இருப்போம், நல்லா என்ஜாய் பண்ணுவோம். என்ஜாய்லா அப்பா லக்கி கரெக்ட் சொல்கிறாங்களா?
Yes.
ஸோ நீங்கள் இப்போ என்னதான் நீங்கள் சொல்ல போகிறீங்க? இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி இப்போ உங்களுடைய சில்ட்ரனே வந்து சொல்கிறாங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. அப்போ நீங்கள் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணணுமா இல்லையா? அம்மா ஸ்தானத்தில் இருக்கும்போது இல்லை உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்டே சொல்கிறாங்கன்னு நீங்கள் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணணுமே. இப்போ உங்களுக்கு உண்மைன்னு தெரியுது, ஆனால் அந்த உண்மையை மற்றவங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கணும்னு நீங்கள் விருப்பப்பட மாட்டீங்களா?
Yes, sir.
அப்போனா முதல்ல உங்களுக்கு உண்மையாக உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். ஏன் சொன்னோம்?
Yes.
ஸோ அதுதான் நான் கேட்குறேன். இதான் பகவத்கீதாமா? பகவத்கீதானா சும்மா நம்ம ஏதோ ஒரு மூடதனமான கண்மூடித்தனமான நம்பிக்கை கிடையாது. இந்த நீங்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி பகவத்கீதை கிருஷ்ணர் சொல்லிட்டாரு. கிருஷ்ணர் சொன்னால் அதான் ஃபேக்ட்டு. ஆனால் அது எப்படி இந்த ஃபேக்டை நம்மக்கிட்ட மற்றவங்ககிட்ட நம்ம நேல் பண்ணுறது, ஷேர் பண்ணுறது? ஸோ அதுதான் நம்ம இப்போ பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஏன் சொன்னோம்?
Yes, sir.
ஸோ வைஷ்ணவ கிருபா பிரபு சொல்லுங்க பிரபு.
Some of the experiences, especially of King Mahabharata, he remembered the dear, while he was born as a deer also he could remember his past life, and Jadabharata also he could remember his past life. And there are many people who are born again, they can tell who killed me, who shot me, where near death experiences, and also after death they come back and they can remember where they are born. They have taken, there's one doctor, I don't know, remember the name, is recording all these processes.
Correct. Yeah, that means there are so many evidences out there.
Yeah.
So that people can remember past life. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So how do we explain that?
That means they have rebirth.
That means something is going on.
Yeah.
What is that? So that is where we need to look into Bhagavad Gita and we can get the answer. Right. So let's see. Okay, Harishwaran Prabhu.
Rebirth, well, I share the same answer with Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu regarding the experiments, like the real life situations where one of the young boy, he was experiencing some kind of dream where plane is crashing and everything.
Oh, sorry, bro. Give me a minute. I have a call. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, Prabhu, can.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So yes, Prabhu. So there means there are so many evidences. நீங்கள் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா அரிசி மாதாஜி?
Yes, sir. கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன்.
என்ன மாதிரி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்க?
ஆஹா.
என்ன மாதிரி கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்க?
நிறைய அந்த மாதிரி ரீபர்த் வந்தது பாஸ் வந்து அந்த இடத்துக்கு போய் பார்க்கறது எல்லாம் I've read it, sir.
ஓ, நீங்களும் படுத்து கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்க.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே ஓகே. ஸோ நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நான் I'll share you some things. இல்லைங்க, பார்ப்போம். ஸோ how do you explain this? இப்போ ரீபர்த் உண்மையிலே இருக்கான ஆளுங்க கேட்கும்போது ஸோ என்ன பாயிண்ட்னா, நிறையா இது இருக்குது. நான் சொல்கிறேனே, let me see lah. Let us see some short clips. Okay. Let me load. All right. Yeah, so Harishranpa is sharing some things also. Let me open that also. Yeah, I think I've shared this before, right? So yes. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing. So okay, let's see together. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's see this thing.
And then all the rubber.
There's a ghost living inside this boy because he claims that he's one of the victims of the 9/11 attack in New York City.
The plane hit the World Trade Center, then it got stuck in the building. When I was falling, I was still alive, and then all the rubber hit me. I didn't feel anything because I died.
But he was born 3 years after the 9/11 bombings happened. Turns out he claims to be the man in this photo jumping from a window, desperately trying to escape the fire. But who is this man? Well, before I show you his face, you have to hear what this little boy has to say. And trust me, it'll make your skin crawl. When Cade was born, his parents always knew he was different.
Cade was different. He was like an old man. He wasn't like the bouncy baby. He just always looked at you like, what are you and who are you?
And at 2.5 months old, he could already walk and talk.
It was around the age of 3 that Cade started talking about that he remembers dying.
And this is when his parents noticed something strange. Cade would have nightmares about things he had never seen before, like airplane crashes, explosions, and falling out of a building.
Cade would just start crying in the middle of the night. And he would wake up screaming about working in a tall building. That he could see the Statue of Liberty from his office. He told me he dreamt that he was falling with the building, like the way he died.
This confused his parents because how could he possibly know about the 9/11 attacks at the age of 3 when it happened before he was ever born?
We didn't show him anything. There's no way he could have known about him.
So his parents let it slide because they thought he just had a wild imagination. And they were definitely wrong because the next thing that happened to Cade made his parents scared.
Cade was totally petrified by the airplanes, like they were monsters. He wasn't scared of them being in the air. It's more like he was scared of where they were going.
And he's also afraid of seeing tall buildings, and this, of course, makes his life difficult because kids don't want to play with him and teachers are always complaining about him.
Every friend he's ever told the story to has called him a liar and laughed at him. Teachers tend to not like him because he was scaring the other children.
No one took him seriously until one day, Cade told his mother his real name, Robert E. Patterson. So his mom researched if there's really someone named Robert E. Patterson who died in the 9/11 bombing. And that's when she discovered the truth. This is a real photo of Robert E. Patterson. He worked as a broadcast engineer on the 110th floor and worked in the tower on the day of the 9/11 attack, the very same day this photo was taken. People on the internet suspect that this is him because everything Cade says points towards the fact that the memories of Robert E. Patterson live inside of him.
Do you remember stuff from work?
I was supposed to be fixing either a satellite or television, Or maybe a cable.
Yes. And Kate even correctly answered all of the questions Robert E. Patterson's friends asked him.
Oh, that I knew. I mean, that's something that only certain people know.
Whoa. And Kate's parents didn't have a choice but to accept their kid's past life.
Now I know. I know the truth. I know who he was. I know how he died. But as a mother, I'm feeling very helpless. I can't make this memory go away. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix it.
So after hearing Kate's story, do you believe in reincarnation? What's up, guys? If you enjoyed this video...
Yes, Hare Krishna. So, what do you think, Arasi Mataji?
Yes, sir. There is a rebirth, reincarnation.
How to explain this thing? How can a boy, he can recall about someone who died in the 9/11 incident, and he can accurately tell about that, whatever the character, whatever he did with a friend exactly, and how he died. So this is not a myth, correct or not?
Yes, the past.
Yeah, so how? Past life, அப்பனா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Reincarnation? அடுத்த
Reincarnation.
வாழ்க்கை நம்ம செத்து போனோம்னா முடிஞ்சா? இல்ல, அடுத்த வாழ்க்கை
இருக்கு, தொடரும்.
தொடரும். சரிங்களா? ஸோ இது வந்து சின்ன ஒரு இந்த வீடியோலயே நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய வீடியோ இருக்கு.
Yes.
Cindy, who was Southern Baptist, very, very religious, and did not believe in reincarnation. And he pulled her aside and said, "Mommy, I have something to tell you." And then he said, "I used to be someone else." Imagine what you would do if that was your 4-year-old kid that said that. He then claimed to be a Hollywood actor from the 1920s. He told his mom that he was alive before and that he wanted to go home. And to him, home was Hollywood. He would literally cry and beg his mom to bring him to Hollywood. As most parents out there probably know, kids aren't going to continue some grand storyline with the same thing and have the same desire to go somewhere if they're just making it all up. Because kids don't remember their story well enough to keep their facts straight. But Ryan did. He even remembers seeing actresses like Rita Hayworth, and even remembers acting with Mae West. He said he would travel around the world and went on lavish vacations in Paris. And then he also claimed that he was a dancer on Broadway and worked for some type of agency at the end of his life. He also said that he lived on a street with the word rock in it. So he gave some very, very specific clues. So obviously it was hard for Ryan's mother, being raised Baptist, to deal with this. She was honestly quite frightened by the whole thing and really wanted to prove it all wrong. She didn't understand how these memories could even be possible. And she was really, really surprised that he knew who Mae West and Rita Hayworth were. And why would Ryan know about them? I mean, he's 4. And because Ryan's dreams were so detailed and so precise, Ryan's mother was inspired to go to the library and check out books on old Hollywood. And while they were looking through these books, they found a publicity photo from the 1932 movie Night After Night. And he immediately knew that he was the person in the yellow coat on the right. Ryan pointed to him and said, "That's me. That's who I was." And, you know, you'd think that if it's all in this kid's imagination, he'd pick someone really famous to have been reincarnated from, you know? But the guy that he thinks he was really not famous at all. Barely famous. In fact, he was just an extra in a movie. So it was nearly impossible for Cindy to find any information about this person because he was just an extra. So Cindy decided that she needed to bring in more help, that she had no idea even where to start with this or what the hell was going on. So she looked for an expert's help. And then she found Dr. Jim Tucker. He's a professor of psychiatry and neurobehavioral sciences at the University of Virginia, and he has spent a decade looking into past lives cases for over 2,500 children. Jim Tucker was finally able to identify that man in the photo, and his name was Marty Martin. And it turns out he was a movie extra who later became a very powerful Hollywood agent. He was born in Philadelphia in 1903 and he died in 1964. And Ryan provided so many details about his previous life, it was insane. So Dr. Tucker wanted to find even more information, so he ended up tracking down Marty's daughter, and they were able to confirm 55 of the details that Ryan gave about his life were true. Ryan remembered so much, he in fact made over 200 claims. They were only able able to confirm that 55 of them are true, which is a lot, but most of them they weren't able to confirm or deny either way. It's just really hard to, track down information to even confirm them. So they're more just like unknown at this point, but chances are most of them are correct. So here are some of the things that he did get correct. His address. You know how he remembered that there was a rock in it? It turns out his address was 825 North Roxbury Drive in Beverly Hills. He claimed that he would spend time in Paris with his fifth wife, and he would also talk about how much he loved the popular drink True Aid, which was discontinued years and years before he was even born, but his daughter confirmed that that was her father's favorite drink. He also knew how many children Marty had, how many times he was married. Brian remembered having 2 sisters, and what's really weird is Marty's daughter didn't even know that he actually did have 2 sisters. She only knew about one of them. They were able to confirm that a second sister did exist. How would you feel if someone came to your house and corrected you about how many siblings your parent had? I mean, you can't write this stuff. This is stranger than fiction. He remembered that his mother had curly brown hair. He also talked about working at an agency where they changed people's names often, and it turns out that the agency he worked at did change people's names all the time. He said that one of his favorite things to do was go to the beach and watch the surfers, and it turns out this was one of Marty's favorite things to do. He said when he lived in Hollywood, he drove a green car and his wife drove a very nice black car. He also talked about having an African-American maid, which Marty did have. He also said he had a piano in his house. That was true. Said he had a big pool in his backyard. That was also true. Ryan had stated that he didn't understand why God would let someone live till 61 and then die and have to start over as a baby all over again. He was like frustrated with that. And his death certificate stated that Marty was 59. So obviously they were like he got that one wrong, and that was just driving them insane. But after doing some more research, they found out that the death certificate had some type of error on it. We're not sure exactly what happened, or if he lied about his age, or if there was a typo or what, but he actually was 61. After discovering that he was born in 1903, they found out that his death certificate was incorrect. So to me, it's like, dude, what other evidence do you need? It seems to me that this kid is the soul of Marty. Now that Ryan is 13 years old, he said his memories of his past life are fading, which is normal. And while he said that he's happy that he's had this experience, he's happy to just move on and be a kid. And I don't blame him. That's a very heavy burden on him. But I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you.
So yes, dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuyati. Right? So the soul transmigrates from one body to another body. So this is a very basic lesson we learn in Bhagavad Gita. So whatever these people are looking after, searching for the truth, so there are many incidents. Many incidents are not 1 or 2 or not some random WhatsApp video. These are all heavily researched. Even we have a department of reincarnation. The Westerners are investigating how this can happen. And this is not a joke. They have a psychiatric team. They have a lot of medical team who are researching on this. And they have documented almost like thousands of incidents. Well documented. That is one of the cases we have saw just now. And the psychiatrist says that there are 2,500 cases he have seen. So this is not some testimonial or WhatsApp, TikTok video, just some random claim. This is actually evidence, real life evidence, documented, researched, established, journals. Seringla, Prabhu and Mataji, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So how to explain now? You see, these people don't know answer. They are all confused. Because you see, they are Catholic, Catholic, they are Christians, they did because they got no knowledge on reincarnation. So, but reincarnation or vision, we are going against that, So, we are going to be in denial. Correct or not? So, there are a lot of incarnation. This one also there. This pastime is, this story is there. And also this one. We are reading. So, this is a very interesting case. So, a 3-year-old boy remembers being murdered in his last life and correctly points to where his body was buried. So someone have plotted a murder and actually killed him and, buried him somewhere. But what happened? They managed to find out. They managed to find out the burial site and even identify where the murder weapon was hidden. So when the villagers dug, they found out both a skeleton and an axe, exactly as described. Syria Israel border. So Dr. Ali Last, a respected doctor known for his work in Gaza, witnessed the event. So his account was later documented by German trophies and author in The Children Who Have Lived Before Reincarnation Today. So the case gained attention due to the precise detail of the boy provided. So another interesting event is that one chilling details was the birthmark on the child's head, a long red mark. So the point is, the boy himself claimed the mark aligned with a fatal axe wound that suffered in his previous life. So the birthmark in his current life is actually, that's where he was killed. He was hitten very hard with the axe on the head. So there are many like that lah. So what is the point here? They are going to establish. So reincarnation is a fact. But now all these things have been taught to us in only Bhagavad Gita. This is the ABCs, the basics. So many people out there, science, psychiatrists, many people are searching for the truth. What is happening in my life? Why there are such incident? So the only one who can explain all these things is Bhagavad Gita. Can anyone else explain? Can anyone else explain reincarnation besides Bhagavad Gita? Any other options we have?
Only in Hinduism, sir.
Sanatana Dharmam, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna only speaking. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantara praptir. Adutha odal edukunu solraru Krishna. And here Krishna is giving the point. So when you die in the mood of Raja, so you take birth again. You see, ella adhe gunathula dhaan pirakuranga. And also animal. So, and as Prabhu highlighted, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu in the Puranas, same problem. இது வந்து ஒரு புது கதை கிடையாது. We have seen how Bharat Maharaj have become a deer and he can remember the past life. Many incidents in even Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so all these histories are there. It is factual things. So this one thing is enough to establish Bhagavad Gita as a supreme authority. Complete, perfect knowledge. Because science, because if you accept reincarnation, what is the next thing you have to accept? Solunga Mataji. If you accept reincarnation, that means you have to accept soul. Yes or no?
Yes.
Atma, அப்படி நீங்கள் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணால் தான் அந்த ஆத்மா அடுத்த உடல் எடுக்கணும்னு நீங்கள் அக்செப்ட் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ நீங்கள் ரீஇன்கர்னேஷனை ஏற்றுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா யூ ஹேவ் டு அக்செப்ட் ஆத்மா ஆல்சோ. எஸ் ஓ நோ? கரெக்ட் மாதாஜி? பிரபு, அப்போ ஆத்மாவை பற்றி யார் பேசுகிறா? கிருஷ்ணா 2வது சாப்டர்ல பேசுகிறாரு. வேற யாராச்சும் பேசுகிறாங்களா ஆத்மாவை பற்றி? இல்லை. ஸோ ஆத்மாவை பற்றி கிருஷ்ணன் தான் பேசுகிறாரு, ரீஇன்கர்னேஷன் பற்றி கிருஷ்ணன் தான் பேசுகிறாரு. அது இப்போ நடக்குது, யாருக்கும் ஆன்சர் தெரியல. ஸோ பகவத்கீதா இது பேசிக்ஸ், இது பகவத்கீதாவோட பேசிக்ஸ், பெரிய விஷயம் கிடையாது. ஆனால் மெட்டீரியலிஸ்டுக்கு இது ஒரு பெரிய விஷயம், என்னடான்னு. ஆனால் நம்மளுக்கு இது என்னது, ஒரு ஸ்மால் மேட்டர். எவ்வளோ விஷயங்கள் இருக்குது நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு பகவத்கீதையில். ஸோ இது பகவத்கீதா மட்டும்தான் பேசுது, சயின்ஸ் பேசலை. எந்த ஒரு மற்ற மதமும் இந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இல்லைம்மா, இல்லை. நீங்கள் கொண்டு வாங்க, எந்த மதத்தில் இருக்குன்னு. ரீஇன்கார்னேஷனும் ஆத்மாவும் தெளிவாக 100% எங்கே இருக்குது, எதுலேயுமே இல்லை. இது ஒன்று போதும். டு அக்செப்ட் Bhagavad Gita as a supreme authority, Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. And you will go back to Godhead if you follow his instruction. And definitely you will glide down to different bodies if you don't follow. இதுதான் எவிடன்ஸ், கண்ணு முன்னாலே நிற்குது. Now we decide. So Mataji and Prabhus, we will stop here. So anything you would like to ask? Arasi Mataji, anything else?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
சொல்லுங்க பிரபு.
I got a question to ask. For example, in reincarnation, just now there was a story. Okay, for example, the guy the movie actor in the 1920s, 30s, who died during 1968, reborn in around 1990 or 2000 அந்த மாதிரி. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு plane crashக்கு அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு after a few decades that the boy is born. So அந்த ஒரு period இருக்குல்ல, the gap between the current birth and also the last birth, what happened? Usually what happens? Like what happened during that phase? Why didn't he reborn immediately after he died? Why he took so long?
Yeah. So what do you think, Arsi Mataji? Any idea?
He had to go through whatever his past karma, sir.
So basically, for whatever he have done, a certain punishment must be
Done.
given in the different planets.
Yeah.
Okay, so he might have gone to the maybe he might go to the lower planets, hellish planets, Narakaloka, and he might have been gone through all the punishment that he must go through, and then according to his karma, his sinful activities and whatever he did, he have to given a particular body again to continue, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you think at the time of death, that you will become. We have seen chapter 8, attaining the supreme. So these fellows are thinking of that, this rajasic guna, this fruitive activity, the conscience are full of only that. So definitely will become returning back to that. Right? But he was very lucky. He was given again a human body. That is very lucky. That's very lucky. So, but yeah. So then he have to suffer because the body he is getting is also a lot of problem, lot of mental torture, lot of disease. So இதெல்லாம் வந்து கர்மா. But Krishna is giving him a chance. Actually, Krishna ரொம்ப சான்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாரு. இந்த மாதிரி ஞாபகம் வந்தாச்சோ நீ வந்து பகவத்கீதாக்கு வருவேன்னு தேடி, சரிங்களா? பட் அவன் அதை இக்னோர் பண்ணிட்டு அதை மறந்துட்டு வாழ்க்கையை கண்டினியூ பண்ணானா, then he is the most foolish person in the world. ரைட்? ஸோ அதனால் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இருக்குது. இல்லை அவன் வந்து ஒரு புழுவாவோ ஒரு பூச்சியாவோ ஒரு பட்டர்ஃப்ளையோ பிறந்திருக்கலாம், அதுவும் வாய்ப்பு இருக்குது. ஆஃப்டர் யூ கோ டு த ஹெலிஷ் பிளானட், he might given a birth of கல்லாகி புழுவாகி செடியாகி பாம்பாகி, and he live for some months, someone go and kill him, and then he come to the human life. That is also possible. But actually Shastra says, when you glide down to the lowest, then you have to follow the cycle. You have to go through all the insects, aquatics. So it's going to be very long also. So the most logical, according to most appropriate understanding we can have based on Shastra is that after his punishment is given immediately the human body. So something he must be done. So Krishna is very merciful. You see? ஸோ கிருஷ்ணா ரொம்ப கருணையானவர். அப்போ நம்ம பகவத்கீதா கேட்டு நம்ம பகவானை செய்யணும்னு நினைக்கும் போது அவருக்கு நம்மளுக்கு என்ன மாதிரிலாம் கொடுப்பாரு. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் கிருஷ்ணா. ஸோ டோன்ட் லூஸ் திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. தெரியாதவங்களுக்கே கிருஷ்ணா ஒரு மனித உடலை கொடுக்குறாரு. அப்போ நம்ம கிருஷ்ணா கிட்ட ட்ரை பண்ணி சின்சியராக பண்ணும்போது அவர் என்ன கொடுப்பாரு நம்மளுக்கு. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் சம்திங் டு திங்க் அபவுட். ரைட்? ஸோ ஹோப் தட் ஆன்சர்ஸ் யுவர் கொஸ்டின் பிரபு.
Follow-up question, Prabhu.
Yes.
When he could have remembered, like for example, like you have mentioned the processes he might have went through, why specifically he remembered that particular lifetime? Why he didn't remember going through the punishment or taking other births or something like that?
Yeah. So in Shastra, anyone who can remember their past life, they are called Jatismara. So we can see in many incidents in Shastra also, there are people who can remember their past life. It is called Jatismara, right? So these things are there, but not everyone can remember because we have so many past lives, unlimited past lives. So we can't remember, right? But sometimes in a very exclusive cases like this, because of their consciousness, when they leave the body, they are really thinking about they cannot forget about their current consciousness and current situation, and they are so attached to their body. So in this way, sometimes they can have some residual memory of all these things. So it is there. So it is according to their individual, how they leave the body, how is their consciousness, and definitely by the sanction of Paramatma, by the sanction of Krishna. So these people are able to remember, but it's actually it's a blessing in disguise, because in this way they can find the truth. So Krishna is helping them. So actually it's a blessing, but still you misuse the blessing, still you misuse the body. Then what can we else say? What else we can say, right? So why he cannot remember? Why many people cannot remember? Why I cannot remember? Yeah. So we are not blessed, right? We are not blessed. So that is why now we are looking for Krishna, right? Right. But actually, Krishna says, remembrance comes from me. There's a shloka. Remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness. Remember the shloka? So remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness comes from me. Krishna says that. So in this way, your question is answered. Krishna is giving that, Paramatma. So Krishna wants, he can give. So sometimes Krishna is very merciful. And also Krishna is teaching us, you see, Krishna is convincing us more and more. And Krishna is establishing his philosophy, Bhagavad Gita. So by this, we can learn. Whether he learns or not, but we are learning right now. So that is also one of the reason Krishna is doing this. Because we lack evidence. So now Krishna is leaving evidence. So it's up to us to utilize it or not. Yes. Right.
Prabhu, follow up another question. This one is pertaining. I was watching Hindra Humna Swami's videos lately, like Instagram video, and then there was a mole, like a yelly Mario in the rinche. And then he said, like, okay, you are way down in the evolutionary cycle. Let me give you a boost. And he chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and that particular animal is in hearing it, does it actually boost the evolutionary, or maybe they will get a much more higher birth?
Definitely. When anyone come into the contact of Guru, Sadhus, the holy name of Krishna, they are definitely guaranteed of human body next life. So even a dog. So that's why we do Harinam. When we go Hare Krishna, the plants are listening, the dogs are listening, the cats are listening, the insects are listening. Definitely they are guaranteed human body. That is for sure. So that's why Krishna says, nothing is lost in this endeavor. So swalpam apyasya dharmasya prayate mahato bhayat. So even if you do little bit, Krishna will remember and he saves you from the greatest danger. Right? So definitely everything spiritual, everything related to Krishna is never lost. So in this way, everyone, you see when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was chanting Hare Krishna in the Jharkhand forest, the tigers and trees was liberated. We are not speaking about getting a human body. We are speaking about immediately they go to Vaikuntha. Immediately the trees, all are going back to Godhead. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he come, he perform Harinam, Sankirtan, and he going to hug the trees, hug the tigers, and everyone go back to Godhead. So this is the power of Harinam. So the dog is definitely, he is very fortunate. That is the point. Harinam is powerful. But definitely, it is for animals, is a side effect of Harinam, but definitely is for us. Harinam is for human beings. So first of all, we save ourselves, then we can save the dog. So that is also the point. We cannot be imitating great personalities and go and chant with the dogs. You chant, purify yourself, saves your family, save the other human beings, other society, our whole humanity, and automatically animals also will get benefit, everyone, right? So this is the important thing. Just like Bharat Maharaj, he want to get liberated, but he will go end up with a deer. He want to save the deer, and he become deer. So that is also a problem, right? So yeah, is that clear, Prabhu?
Clear, Prabhu. And I want the last question to ask.
Yeah.
So what's the Shastra's perspective on the animals being born in Vrindavan? Are they considered sacred in a sacred position, or how do you explain that, Prabhu?
Yeah, definitely they are not ordinary souls. Whoever take birth in Vrindavana, in Mayapur, in all these holy dham, they are not ordinary persons. Even you see Bharat Maharaj, he become a deer. Right? So all these animals, they might, due to their past misdeeds, some offenses, some mistakes, incomplete devotional service, Vaishnava aparada, and misusing Shastra, and all these people who in the name of Krishna are cheating people, guiding someone wrongly, taking the responsibility of leader, temple presidents, guide, whatever it is, but didn't speak the truth of Shastra as it is. So Shastra says this is the punishment. They'll become animals. And they'll become in with lot, but they'll become animals. So it is there in Shastra. So that is why even when someone is there in the animal body, we don't disturb them. We don't also interact. We don't go and engage with them, because our business is only to please Krishna, engage with the devotees. But they are someone, they are going through their thing, their karmic reaction. It is there. So they are not ordinary souls. Definitely they are not ordinary souls. But that doesn't mean we should go and worship them. That is the important point. Just because they are born in Vrindavan, that doesn't mean we should worship them. So it's very clear that we worship Krishna, we get association of sadhu, devotees, right? And not everyone who is born in Vrindavan are also Paramahamsas. So they are all Vrajavasis, Vrindavan Vasis. We pay respect, but we don't try to imitate, or we don't try to mingle and try to do all these things, speculative things. So Prabhupada have set a very clear line. You come here, visit Krishna, preach, book distribution, and get associated with bona fide qualified devotees. This is the point, right? There are many grades of people in Vrindavan, right? So even in Vrindavan, there can be people who are doing sin. There will be also adultery. There will be also meat eating. They open a KFC, right? So that doesn't mean they should be worshipped. So all these nonsense are there also. So ultimately, these things will be seen very carefully in the vision of Shastra Chakshu, right? So not that everything is Vrindavan means everything is okay. No. Okay, we still have the guidance of Shastra as a center. We still need to do the discrimination. Okay, but to answer your question, of course, people who are born in that land, they have special, they have done some, they have all connected to Krishna. But in a way, they have done something. So they are being punished in a way. Is that clear, Prabhu? Yeah.
Clear, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
explanation.
So, Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanang Pavenebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. We will see you again next week.
Thank you, sir. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.